Guys, you heard of Godzilla X Con? Godzilla Con? This is Godzilla Kills Con. All times Godzilla Con could have died in script.
The moment when Godzilla defeated Kong in battle. But what if instead of letting him live, Godzilla did this?
Okay, I've got to see you guys later for a second. I gotta go to the bathroom. Honestly, I did that mostly because I realized my reaction, I should do what I want, and I really want to scream. Sorry.
Here is the moment when Godzilla defeated Kong in battle. But what if instead of letting him live, Godzilla did this? In this video, we will go over 3 moments in this film where Godzilla would have deleted Kong from the Monsterverse. We will go over a lot of details, so make sure you stick around until the end.
Now, I want to be truthful here. I like Kong, okay? Mainvin, I like Kong.
Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel, since almost 90% of our viewers aren't subscribed yet.
What is this? Are you people kidding me? What is this? How are you guys not subscribed to the Goji Center so far? What do you do with your lives? Where do you get your kaiju information from?
Yeah, what he's
Yeah, guys, if you don't want to be Godzilla's next snack, I suggest you sub.
dead. Goji Center now presents Godzilla vs. Kong without the plot armor. Method number 1. So one of the most watched moments in GVK were the scenes where we witnessed the G-Men having a field
most
day
loved scenes, you know, when they actually fought in their own movie where they fought.
in the Tasman Sea. Right now, we're going to focus on this part. See how Godzilla wraps his tail around Kong's waist while dragging him down into the Tasman depths? Kong, being completely out of his element, stood absolutely no chance. To survive this scene, Kong relied on a supernatural phenomenon that throughout time has only seemed to favor film protagonists. Plot armor. As Kong was getting dragged into the depths, the constricting effects of Godzilla's tail made it difficult for him to hold air
Godzilla should have just tried harder and broke Kong's ribs.
inside his lungs. Granted, the massive size of his lungs made it possible for him to hold enough air to survive this long. Depth charges were dropped into the ocean and targeted Godzilla. These are anti-submarine weapons that emit a hydraulic shock to surrounding craft, and in this case, Godzilla and Kong. So in theory, these depth charges would have been more detrimental to Kong than the G-Man, knocking out his remaining oxygen and causing him to drown. Godzilla, on the other hand, does not need to breathe air on the surface because of his hybrid nature. These gills allow Godzilla to thrive underwater. The reason why Godzilla would have dragged Kong this deep was because, if he escaped, he would have run out of oxygen before he reached the surface. Either way, Kong really should have died here. But we aren't done with the Tasman Sea just yet. Method number 2. So right here,
I have a bad feeling about this one.
Here, we are witnessing the very first time Kong has seen Godzilla's atomic breath up close. So how on earth did Kong know to jump out of the boat whenever he saw this glow? How did he know this mesmerizing blue hue was dangerous? We're going to go back in time to the events that happened before GVK. In the graphic novel, Kingdom Kong, we saw Kong
Kong just cast. Look how bright it is. It looks dangerous.
wander through an abandoned cave which housed a mosaic relief of this image of a Godzilla specimen killing a Kong, depicting the blue atomic breath that put this guy out of commission. Kong.
Now we know the Godzilla species isn't real and it's only Godzilla. That means all of this art is Godzilla. So anytime we see a bunch of Godzillas, a bunch of Kongs v Godzilla, that was our G-Man, and that means Godzilla won. So Kong is not his first Kong. He's just the only Kong that lived to tell a tale.
Didn't really like this picture. Fast forward sometime later, he is now facing the same blue glow. His response? To get the hell out of there. Into where Godzilla fights better. A perfect checkmate. But what if Kong didn't jump off? According to this simulation, the results would have been fatal. Godzilla's atomic ray would have struck Kong underneath the groin and perforated through his lower body into his intestines and out the upper part of his torso. An atomic blast like this has been seen to dig a hole through the earth, so an aircraft carrier and a furball would have been relatively simple to impale. Kong's body would have been lifted with the force of the ray and then dropped violently on the remaining wreckage. Fortunately for Kong, this moment of curiosity while wandering through Skull Island's caves could have been the thing that saved his life.
That's cool to know.
Real quick, make sure you check out our online store to grab one of these super cool Christmas sweaters. And there's a lot of other cool shirts and posters you can grab as well. Every dollar made here is reinvested into this channel. Okay, that's it. Method number...
But seriously, bro, stop making merch of stuff you don't own. You're gonna be sued, and it's not gonna be nice.
3. Let's quickly get us all up to speed with what happened in Hong Kong. First, Godzilla is attracted by a familiar acoustic signal, blows a hole through the earth, Kong crawls out of it, they both smash things, Godzilla flips Kong, Ninja Monkey survives a game of intense laser tag, and then repeatedly disrespects Godzilla with stuff made out of his own species. So, as you can imagine, this guy is now pissed, and it shows, ultimately leading to this moment. Now, the official novelization hints that Kong almost dared Godzilla to go ahead and finish him. This final act of defiance was probably something Godzilla had never seen before.
Oh my god, I told James about that one. Genuinely, that surprised me.
So the G-Man let him keep his dignity and let him die in peace, since he was going to die anyway. But what if Godzilla actually followed up with this dare? There are 2 ways this Godzilla could have finished Kong right here.
I was just kidding.
Eve to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where you can...
Number 3A. If you paid close attention to how Godzilla finishes fights, you will know that the G-Man is a big fan of stomping his opponents. So much that even Mechagodzilla's AI seemed to grow fond of this maneuver. But back to Kong. If Godzilla decided that Kong lived long enough, the G-Man would, in this scenario, lift up his leg and let his forward momentum do the dirty work. This would have been a quick death for Kong. The G-Man's leg would have flattened Kong's skull, splashing fluids and brains all over the surrounding rubble. Gia's mental sanity would have been shattered along with her furry friend. But there's another way this could have ended. Number 3B. Perhaps the most humiliating way to go in the Monsterverse would be the widely known Kiss of Death. This is where a Titan with a special ability blasts a projectile through the opponent's oral orifice. This results in immediate decapitation and consequently certain death. Back to this scene. In this scenario, Godzilla decides to humiliate his rival and blasts Kong in the face. These high temperatures would quickly burn through Kong's outer layers of flesh, revealing a burnt skull underneath. This would be painful in the first couple of seconds, but then quickly turn into third-degree burns. In some cases, third-degree burns cannot even be felt due to the damaged nerves that can no longer feel the pain. At this point, Kong is already dead, and Godzilla victorious. Here's something you might not have already known, and this is confirmed by the director Adam Wingard himself. This fight was not even close, and very unfair. Why? On paper, Godzilla's build and special abilities are the prime reason why Godzilla was able to outmatch Kong. In the film commentary, Adam Wingard reveals different aspects of the fight between these two monsters, suggesting that Godzilla was literally toying with Kong in the beginning.
Look guys, I'm sorry, but I was BS. I mean, we all know it. Look, I don't want to say any names here, but Adam, when you make a commentary to a big fandom like the Monsterverse and, you know, publicly lie and make bullshit up, you're gonna trigger a lot of people. There were people like me that thought about Godzilla was fucking with Kong, you know? At the end of the day, you hurt a lot of people with your words because you just lied. I don't care about Godzilla. I don't care about Kong. I care about the Monsterverse, yes, but I want to know the whole truth, you know? So when you lie to us and say stuff that isn't true, look, I'm not saying you can't have fun and always be serious. It's a big fucking monkey fighting a big lizard. Of course, I know it's stupid. Please, just tell us you're JKing it. And there is a big fear that he did mean it. I mean, wait a minute. Isn't it strange she said that and then instantly had to pull back his statement almost like he knew people wouldn't like that? Look, I'm gonna stop talking about it, but I am a little sad that he, I get it was a joke and all, but I wish he'd be more honest or tell he didn't mean it like that. Look, well, thank you, Adam.
His own entertainment. It was stated that Godzilla was so in control the entire time that he was 100% certain that he would be the victor. This, however, drastically changed when Kong inflicted a massive blow to Godzilla. This wasn't about him getting injured, this was about ego. Which is why the G-Man went apeshit on Kong and ended this fight quickly. Are there other moments in this film where Godzilla could have killed Kong? Make sure you put them in the comments below and tell us which one was your favorite. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet and support us by getting yourself geared up for Christmas with some awesome items and merch. Thanks so much for watching and we will see you in the next video.
Kong, and I'm not trying to make it go so closer, but it literally creates its own what if saying Kong and Godzilla fall on the hollow earth and Godzilla's body's cracking with radiation. Like, if Kong was that screwed, you basically have to make up a new script. Just say, fuck it, Godzilla has more chances of being Kong. Like, don't make bullshit up. That's why people don't really like you, Godzilla. Make too much horse shit up. But, that's okay. That's okay, but it doesn't matter. Thank you, friends, and I'll see you all in a new sunny day.